Coming up on the GenGAMEcast, Bethesda's sues Mojang, Portal 2 gets a price drop, and Mario is somehow related to Barbie. All that and more coming up on the GenGAMEcast. GenGAMEcast episode 16 for August 8th, 2011. Producer for the win. The GenGAMEcast is powered by mcpub.org, the official Minecraft server of GenGAME.net. Hey, and welcome to the GenGAMEcast for Monday, August 8th, 2011. I'm Trevor Mignani, and today joining me on the GenGAMEcast is...
Kevin O'Rourke,
Gilbert Warner, Matt Greenbaum.
And today on the show here, we are going to, again, change the format up. We got some feedback as to what people liked about the new show format, what people didn't like. And we're just going to go ahead and just run through a whole bunch of topics because we just figured that would be a whole lot better. But, of course, we're going to start off with What Are You Playing? And, of course, we're going to start off with Matt.
What I'm playing is Blaze Blue Continuum Shift 2 for the 3DS.
Awesome.
very cool.
Gil.
Yep.
Oh, geez. Well, I'm still playing Final Fantasy 2 on the iPod.
I think this has been like 5 or 6 shows.
Well, see, here's the thing. I'm near the end, and I've been distracted by a game called Radiant Historia, which is a DS game that came out a while ago. But I haven't quite finished that yet, so, you know. And I'm planning on getting Final Fantasy Tactics eventually on my iPod, so.
He's the iOS gamer in the house. The gamer
Not by
extraordinaire.
choice.
Not by choice, but hey, you're there.
By limitation.
By limitation, sure. Kevin, what have you been doing this past week?
I've been playing Mario, Super Mario World, Super Mario 64, Super Mario Brothers on the VHS.
Oh my.
It doesn't count as a game, but yes, I found it and I watched it.
Wow. My friend
found...
actually bought that on DVD.
Yeah.
The VHS. I had it on VHS. I found it the other day. I dug up all my old games and I had to play through the Mario ones at least, and I found this.
That is like a rare little find there. I haven't seen that in years.
Years. I mean, I remember watching that movie on cable, and even I knew it was bad.
It's a blast.
I think whoever wrote... Can I see that, Kev?
It was from the Washington Post. Boy, don't let it fall out. It's very loose.
Oh boy. I'll
It's
hold it on the bottom then.
very loose.
Whoever wrote the review for the Washington Post lost all of their credibility in one shot.
It's a blast.
And
That's
whoever
the best
wrote the
movie.
review, whoever wrote the 60-second preview, eye-popping special effects probably lost their job too.
This
Well,
movie,
it was definitely eye-popping.
I forget when this
Yeah,
came
but let's
out.
keep in mind how old this movie
Yeah,
is.
this is an
and
old
back
movie.
in the day, its special effects might have seemed really impressive.
This is 2008 on the VHS.
Tron. Look at the original Tron. That had pretty good special effects for its time.
And half of it was fake CG.
Yeah, indeed it was. It
I
was
wouldn't call
rotoscope.
it fake CG. It was animation.
Yeah, a lot of it was rotoscoped in CG to make it look like it was rotoscoped and animated to make it look like it was computer generated.
I'm glad I brought such a hot
Yeah.
topic. Next week I'm going to bring, I don't know, I'll bring something. I'll bring a fun little trinket that I found in my...
We'll bring the Zelda CDI games.
I mean, as
I'll
I
bring my
recall,
15
Tron
pin.
actually didn't get the special effects award that
God.
year because they used animation.
Yeah, it was
like they didn't want to count it because they animated it in.
Yeah, I think Terminator 2 got the credit for the special effects over Tron.
Tron came a long time before Terminator 2, I think.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people comment. I think Terminator 2 got the overshadowed with using computer effects first, and everyone forgot that Tron had some in it.
Speaking of Tron, by the way.
Look at this. We're going to pull out videos from everywhere, although Gil's a little more advanced than me.
Jeez, I have nothing to pull here. This is good. Hang on.
The only thing I've got is
I've got
is
memory.
my science.
That's all I've got.
Video games.
That's all I've got. I've got memory.
Super Mario World. Super Mario Bros.
Alrighty. let's go ahead and get into.
I mean, I got. Go ahead. Go
All
ahead.
right, we need to get moving here.
We'll play show and tell another time.
Yes, we'll do show and tell after
Trevor.
the podcast here.
What have you been playing?
Let's move on to what I've been playing. I've been still trucking through the Master Quest in Ocarina of Time 3D. Finally got into the Jabu Jabu's belly. I've been really taking my time with the Master Quest.
I could tell.
Yeah. Oh, I've only died once so far.
Very good.
Yeah, I'm
Nice.
impressed.
Skulltula death?
No, it wasn't.
Very good.
Not Mossy Segopian.
He died from a Skulltula. That's bad. A gold Skulltula.
Dude, they do 2 hearts of damage. You know that.
Still.
I mean, I died to a business scrub, so I mean that's pretty bad too.
That's bad. That's real bad.
How do you die to business scrubs?
Deku Baba death. He was in a different business, Gil.
He was in the business of dealing death.
He was a hitman.
I swear, the camera angle was out to get me there.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
All right, let's go ahead and just get into some of the site news. We were accepted into the JTV Partner Producer Program. I should be clear. Producer program. I filled out 2 applications, one for the Producer Program, one for the Partner Program. One was for this channel here, one was for the Zelda Dungeon channel. And the Zelda Dungeon channel got the Partner Program, and you could check that out, a quick plug there. And you could now check us out. We are a producer, as Kevin demonstrates. Producer.
Does the Connect motion for producer.
The Connect motion. You got to be careful. There is a Connect sensor over there, so it might actually pick that up. So yeah, that's the site news for the week.
Xbox. Kill.
Thankfully, it goes to the headphones, so the Xbox can't hear that. Alrighty. Besides that there, we'd like to also give a nice big shout out to the folks over at mcpub.org, the official GenGame.net Minecraft server. If you want to play Minecraft with us, go ahead and join us on MCPub. It's free. You want to do it. So do it. Now. Right now. Right this second while you're watching the show. You should open up Minecraft and start playing on mcpub.org, as Kevin is, again, demonstrating. All right. We have quite a list of topics today. Much more than last week. So let's go ahead and jump into topic number 1. Our very own Andy wrote a very, very lengthy article. It was an open letter to developers.
Calling him out.
Yeah, essentially calling out everybody.
Where are your priorities? It's developers' wrong priorities.
So I'm assuming you all had the opportunity to read this.
Yeah.
So the gist of the article was essentially game developers are just not focusing on what's important.
The games.
Or rather, the playability
The content
of
of them.
No, it's not the content. It's the playability. That
Playability.
He delves in a little bit of the content. I watched his video. He delved a little more into the content of it.
Yeah, I feel like we should actually have the video. We should play the video or the audio of it, but
That's separate. Show notes. That'll be
in the show notes.
Andy's.
It's
Andy's
a long video, so it's a.
It was during his Minecraft video.
No,
Black Ops.
Yeah, he did a Black Ops LP and plugged it out there. But very, very in-depth article, and if you have not read it, I definitely suggest reading it. It's it's worth your time. So
It definitely is very interesting.
I mean, one of the points he brings up is he talks really heavily about Call of Duty and how essentially the game has not changed one iota since Modern Warfare, Call of Duty 4. And since then, we've had Modern Warfare 2, World at War, and Black Ops. All essentially play the same way with very slight modifications. I mean, what are you guys' opinions on it? Do you guys are you guys in the first-person shooter range?
Oh, I'm big into the first-person shooter thing, but the problem with me is I'm more of the single-player person, not really the multiplayer guy. So that was kind of one of my biggest gripes, was that Modern Warfare 2 didn't really focus on a single player. So I actually returned the game in like a week of purchasing it because of that.
Yep, that's the way that went. That's pretty heavy though.
I used to be a first-person shooter player. back when I had hands that didn't suck.
Hands that function and could grip triggers and such.
Back when I was a young lad. But yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of the same way as Matt. In a way, I prefer single player. But I do really enjoy multiplayer. I do agree with him, though. I actually had a discussion with a friend of mine a while ago how the reason Halo Reach's story, while good, I mean, not even the story, the reason the deaths of the Spartans in Halo Reach meant nothing to anyone is because you simply weren't given enough time with the characters to grow attached to them. You know? Now, if Halo Reach had instead been a 20-hour single-player campaign, and your group of Spartans was, say, stranded somewhere on Reach, or not, maybe not even on Reach. Maybe they changed the name of the game. Maybe it's not on Reach. Maybe it's on some other planet, you know. But, you know, you're stranded on this planet for, 20 hours with these guys, and you meet Buck somewhere along the way. Just because we knew he was going to be in the game.
You fly him around. You're his little escort.
Yeah. And if you were given, say, 18 hours with these characters, and then in the last 2 hours they started dying, then I would have been like, no, Cat, why? Don't die on me. Live. But no, instead it was like 4 hours later, Cat died.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever.
It was coming...
like, the most ridiculous deaths were dealt out, too. Like,
Cat got shot once with a needle rifle.
And then they flew away. That was my favorite part. They flew away after killing her.
Yeah, I know. They were like,
they were all right there, like, wait, what's going on? They could have pecked off all of them, but they're like, no, let's
started getting shot at.
That is true, yeah.
It was very anticlimactic.
It looks like Matt dropped his camera.
Sorry about that.
Only on the GenGAMEcast. Now with full motion.
Totally interactive now.
Oh no, my camera.
A user just slapped Matt's username and he fell. But Gil, yeah, I mean, me and you were the one who had that. We had a pretty lengthy discussion about that. I wholeheartly agree. I agree with
that was you.
Andy also. Yeah, that was me and you.
We
went back and forth. We went really bad to the point of maybe even yelling at each other. But yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I agree with Andy. I mean, it was just the developers that put so much into making those polygons pop that you just you lose a little bit of sight of the game. I feel like that was the big thing that he talked about, and I'm just going to leave it at that.
Yeah, I do. Like, when I read that whole part, I do agree that I think especially a lot of these games nowadays, focus more on getting you to purchase the game because of the eye candy and less on the story and the actual game mechanics, and hoping that the prettiness of the game is going to sell it and make you forgive it for everything else.
Yeah. Which is why Nintendo is still my favorite developer.
Yes, that's one. Like
the Wii and everything.
Yeah, like I always stick with Nintendo because, they may not have the prettiest games, but I find I play their games more often, and I would beat their games and then play them again. I find they have the most replayability because they take more time in that aspect over.
Getting back to the graphics, there's actually there's a video on YouTube from. It basically explains a technology called unlimited detail.
We've got
technology.
Great big pyramids
so I'm going to go ahead and bring
of
this
very
up.
unusual looking little animals. Each of those animals is made of millions of points. And we've got thousands of these animals. We've got about 8 billion points running here because we've also doubled them all, put them underneath to make reflections. And all of this runs in software. We're running unlimited point cloud data in software alone. This is the largest breakthrough in three-dimensional technology since computer graphics began. I think you can best understand it.
It's all we're going to play with that clip there.
As we can see, it's Peter Molyneux's cousin.
Yeah, but this company, just to kind of transition here, basically ended the polygon war and said, yeah, well, polygons are great and all, but we've got this technology now.
Molecules now.
Essentially creating molecules to create unlimited detail. And if this technology picks up and is used by all the major game studios, I think this will definitely improve the way games look, as well as eliminate the whole, well, this game looks better, or this game's got this graphics engine. I think it's a way of essentially making games look the way artists intend to make them. And that's what I think will be good. And it'll really usher in a new era of game design where artists aren't going to be limited to a specific amount of polygons or being put on what they call a polygon budget.
If it works. If it works.
Yes.
That's the thing. You got to pull the skeptic card on it.
They're working on it here, it looks like. So, I mean,
Yeah.
essentially, it's working. But
I'm
mean,
just naturally skeptical about it all. More power to him if it works. I mean,
yeah. Well, this is Kevin, the skeptic.
skeptic about everything, even about being skeptical.
Yeah, Bunny of Doom, one of the mods in chat, mentions they get to model like they're modeling for a movie, which is absolutely right, because they don't have to have any limitations. They get to really model it the way they want to make it look.
The thing is can you fit that on a disc? Can you fit that on maybe potentially a Blu-ray? Could work.
Well, I mean, if we can get the quality and clarity of James Cameron's Avatar on a game disc in 3D 1080p, you know what? I think it's possible. Yeah, I think it's still a couple years out at the very least, but I think it's a definite good step forward in the industry.
I can agree with that.
So, anybody here use Steam?
Yes, I do.
I use Steam.
Religiously.
I think everybody here uses Steam, right? Yeah. Show of hands. Show of hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will admit I didn't for a long time because I saw a video of some kid talking about Steam and I was like, this is stupid.
I honestly
Well, somebody
didn't start
must feel
playing
stupid.
Steam until Portal was free.
Well, anybody here looking forward to Battlefield 3?
Yes, actually, for
I
the first
am.
time. First time I've been interested in Battlefield.
We brought it down to like an elementary level. All right, everybody, put up your hands and
Ooh, me, choose me.
Well,
Yay!
I got some bad news. Battlefield 3 will not be on Steam. Instead, it will be exclusive to EA's new Origin service. Now, I haven't had any hands-on time with Origin, but if it's anything like any of EA's previous download services, it is going to suck so bad. Words that will be able to be spoken on this podcast cannot describe it.
Well, here's the sad thing is I totally forgot I had an EA account until they sent me an email telling me that I have an Origin
I think
account.
everybody got that email.
I got that email today.
Actually,
I got that email and I was like,
that I have two EA accounts.
Oh,
You got
double
twice the
email.
email. You now have twice the Origin accounts.
I got the email and I was like, when did I ever get an EA account?
Same here. I don't even
totally
remember
got it
signing
I
up.
when
got
you
it.
went online with that EA game, you filthy, filthy person.
Oh, and I won't even admit which game it was.
Oh, God.
And you may
Don't
use
worry,
your imagination to
there's-
substitute
there's-
person
there's-
for any word of your choosing.
There's no shame in buying The Sims, Matt. There's no shame. I own a Sims 1 through 3 and about 80% of the expansion packs myself.
It was a sim game, but it wasn't The Sims.
Uh-oh.
Can I
Well,
go
if it was
ahead and
SimCity, that's
correct
pretty
that
BA,
statement and
though.
say there's a lot of shame in owning The Sims? In fact, there's complete shame in owning The Sims.
Shh. No, there is.
I picked up what was it? I picked up the SimCity 4 pack, and that's when I got the account.
The SimCity, the SimCity 4 pack is great. I was only going to pick it up because I want to play SimCity 2000 again.
Well, I did SimCity 4, and then what happened was my birthday was coming up, so they sent me a $20 gift card to celebrate my birthday, which allowed me to buy the first expansion, and that was the last time I ever bought a SimCity game.
And that's the last thing they sent you anything for your birthday.
Yep, that was the last thing they ever got me for my birthday.
Nice. I managed to get two EA accounts because the first one I got when a friend sent me Battlefield 2142, and I played that, and that was fine. I was fine with having an EA account, whatever. I got the second EA account when I bought Battlefield Bad Company for the Xbox 360.
Oh, and you forgot which email you had it set up on, so you just decided, I'm not going to bother with this. I'll just set up a new account.
No, actually, I didn't have to set up a new account. You see,
It set one up for you?
I had set up, it set one up automatically based on the email used for my gamer tag, which is different than the email I used to set up my EA account for 2142.
Okay.
And in that way, I got 2 EA accounts, and that really screwed me up.
I can imagine.
And EA, I looked into it, and apparently EA wanted $10 to connect to the accounts.
Wait,
to merge
seriously?
them.
Seriously?
They want $10 to drop one account and make it one.
So EA wants
yeah,
$10 to make their life easier.
I haven't looked since then. Maybe it's changed, but when I looked into it, it was basically what I found was either no or give us $10 and we'll merge 2 accounts.
Oh, that's a disaster.
Give us $10 and we'll pretend this never happened.
And I was like, wow, EA, you know what? Instead, what I'm gonna do to get this M1 Garand and Battlefield Bad Company 2 is go play one of the free games. I made an account for Battlefield Heroes, played it once, and boom, I was in. I got my M1 Garand and I was all set.
Way to beat the system.
So now, because most of you, as you know, I live very much under a rock. Why isn't Battlefield 3 coming to Steam?
Why?
Because it's exclusive to Origin now.
Because EA said so. Because Stone Cold said so.
Because
EA
Stone Cold EA said so.
Yeah, well, the specific reason EA has given is because Steam, in some way, doesn't allow them to directly connect with their users.
Bull
and
crap.
their terms of service. They basically, EA is claiming they don't like Steam's terms of service.
EA's been pushing the Origin project. That's why it's theirs. I mean, when you think about it, it makes sense. Like, why not push their own thing?
It sounds like they just want to bury Steam.
Yeah, I know the real reason is Origin, but their claim in every article I've said, the statement from EA has been it's because of Steam's terms of use. So and that they don't like it, and so they're going with their own thing.
They're trying to essentially take Steam down, and I don't think they're going to do it.
I don't think so
they have
either.
the infrastructure. Kevin?
They want to take Steam down because they don't like the DRM on Steam. It's too open for them, most likely.
Yeah, it's not restrictive enough. It's too kind.
There's not enough
to its
corporate
users.
BS to deal with.
Yeah,
there's not enough red tape.
It's too much. If your hard drive dies, you can just reinstall the game. They don't want that. If your hard drive dies, they want you to rebuy the game.
Yeah.
C-Spore. That was a disaster.
Oh, I remember Spore.
I actually bought Spore, played it for a while, and then I built a new computer, and I didn't use that hard drive. It's like, I knew it. I was like, well, I can't play Spore anymore.
No,
Thanks.
Well, no, you can get it. You can get a few activations.
Only had 3 installs, or only 5?
Well, see, here's the thing. When I downloaded it, and you pay extra to keep the ability to re-download the game, and you didn't get to keep any installer file, right?
That's also a problem.
Well, we get the call back.
Speaking of problems,
I couldn't play it.
This is a running thing now. We have to have Skype drop once.
Skype has to drop once.
At least once per
But we're
podcast
back.
now, where it's a quota.
Oh, that's good. The Skype drop.
Gil looks so
sound
confused.
I hear echo.
You shouldn't hear echo. Or very minimal echo.
Whatever.
All right, so back to where we were. Okay, let's just summarize this point here and move on. Because I think we spent way too much time on this
spent
topic.
so much time on it that we made Skype crash.
Yeah.
Throw up all over
Skype doesn't want to
itself.
hear us complain anymore.
Skype just got bought by EA. No.
Okay,
Microsoft.
so to summarize, it is bad.
Battlefield 3 will not be on Steam. We're mad about it. I'm sure other people are mad about it, and EA is doing some things that people will not find desirable.
I am buying a physical copy of Battlefield 3. I am not buying it digitally.
You heard it, ladies and
I will
gents.
not support Origin.
I'd probably
All
do
right,
the same thing.
let's take a vote here. I'm gonna be buying it on Xbox 360 though, so it really isn't gonna affect me. So
Same here.
Kevin will be Xbox 360 physical disc.
Console guy.
I just want to play with my friends, and I know
I'll be on PC, maybe 360.
you're gonna be playing with the
I
Kinect
ended up doing
interface.
that.
'cause you're carpal
Gil's gonna
tunnel.
be playing Battlefield 3 on the iPod Touch.
Oddly enough, I think
That's
there
true.
is.
I'm gonna wait for the iPod Touch version.
I'm most likely going to pick up PC or Xbox. I haven't decided yet.
Alrighty. Okay, moving on to Bethesda suing Mojang over the name Scrolls.
What?
Such a vague word, yet Mojang went and tried to copyright the name as a placeholder for their game, and Bethesda saw that as them stepping all over their ground on the Elder Scrolls.
Scrolls.
Yet, I mean, this is like this would be filed under the news that wasn't really news, but it's something that I feel like we just needed to discuss.
It's important. We
This
have a lot
reminds
of
me of
Bethesda
when
fans.
Paris Hilton tried to copyright the term "that's hot."
I don't think either company should get the copyright for Scrolls. Or in a vague sense.
We should get the copyright for Scrolls.
We've been the trademark.
Yeah, or the trademark. I think though they should get it. I mean, once the game is somewhat of a in development and somewhat publicly disclosed form, where they can trademark the word Scrolls to relate to an RPG game where so and so happens. I think that's a trademarkable idea. Just having it as a placeholder though, I don't think that's right.
Yeah, no, I kind of agree. I think that they should really just stop the whole thing because it's pointless. Why try to take over a word that you may not even use, and why complain that someone's using a word that's in your title?
Yeah. Also,
A single
Bethesda's
word.
gonna win.
Why do you think Bethesda's going to win?
Because they have been making Elder Scrolls games since Elder Scrolls 1, which came out a long time ago.
I could understand
Yeah,
if it was
but-
called Scrolls. If it was just called Scrolls, that makes sense.
Yeah,
It's
but
Elder
like,
Scrolls. Don't get me wrong. I love Bethesda. I love the Elder Scrolls games. I love Mojang also, but I feel like it's just dumb. This is like news, that news
Yeah.
that wasn't really news. It's just news that's dumb.
I just
It is
I don't
dumb,
think it's
but-
good.
I'm not saying it's
It's-
dumb. I mean, it's
I know
dumb
it-
that they're
I know
fighting
it's-
about this.
I know it's the lawyers that are really stepping in here trying to protect the intellectual property and their trade dress and their trademarks, but I just don't think that this is going to hold any weight in court.
yeah, I mean, and then this is like if a company decided to call their name Elder, and they decide, well, we're going to sue you because we have the word Elder in Elder Scrolls.
Yeah.
I mean, so like just happens a game is named with a word that happens to be in another game's title. Why do they think they have the right to say you can't use it?
All right, so
Likely because they don't want people getting confused between Elder Scrolls and Scrolls. Silly, I know, but that's most likely what they're thinking.
No one calls the Elder Scrolls games Elder Scrolls unless
No.
it's brought up. It's just Oblivion.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
or
Oblivion.
or
it's
Morrowind. If you're the hipster for the whole series, it's Morrowind.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, you're not calling it the Elder Scrolls Skyrim. It's just Skyrim.
Yeah, I
No
think it's just
scrolls.
a desperate attempt for
No
getting
scrolls
some sort of
involved.
cash out of it.
Yeah.
yeah. They don't even need it either, which is sad. The lawyers just want to line their pockets.
Yeah.
So
They
let's
want something to do.
moving
We're,
on.
we're dropping that
yeah.
now. That's done. Boom. Zing. Next.
Yeah. We get those hipster lawyers out of here. Moving on, some new details for Borderlands 2. Some of the juicy
Woohoo! I'm
details
excited.
have slipped out. I'm so stoked about this. I love Borderlands. Kevin, did you like Borderlands?
Actually never really played Borderlands, but
Okay, so I'm not the only one.
You need to go.
All right.
Kevin and Matt, you both need to just open up Steam right now. Do it.
on my MacBook?
Yes. Oh, wait. It doesn't run on Mac.
No.
Well, what you need to do is you need to go to your local game store.
Hold on.
And you
It
need
doesn't
to-
matter. You can buy it on your MacBook anyway.
You can?
Just don't install it.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Well, I
The
mean,
license will go either way. Oh,
Yeah.
well, then again, if it doesn't show up, if
Yeah,
it's
won't
not
show in the
Mac
store, though.
supported, then it might
won't-
not show
yeah,
up.
It's not
so,
going to
yeah.
show up in the store. But regardless, you need to go and you need to go buy Borderlands. I will play it with you. I'll buy another copy of the game. It's like $20 for the Game of the Year edition. and that comes with all of the downloadable content. And you need to do that just as soon as possible, because it's really
You're
a good
putting
game.
pressure on me. I just want to go and play Mario games for the week now.
No, you're playing Borderlands now.
It's Mario
I
or
already
Halo.
bought a new game. I have to give that another time.
All right. Well, regardless, you need to get to this game before Borderlands 2 comes out. Because
2 comes out.
My next purchase is Skyrim. I'm sorry. I didn't want to break it to you, but I have to say it. It's Skyrim.
Well,
the next
this
one.
game
It
is
should
not
be Borderlands.
Well, Borderlands comes out when?
Why don't I just get
2012.
Borderlands 2?
2012. We're looking at.
2012.
So,
Oh, we have time.
I have a lot of games to buy between now and then.
I mean, between now and Borderlands 2, there's probably like $1,000 worth of games that I'm buying. It's pretty sad. Hey, Nintendo, we'd love to get some like free copies of your games. It'd be amazing.
Skyward Sword.
Mario Kart 7.
Skyward Sword. Mario Kart 7?
Yeah,
Is it 7 now?
Yeah.
Oh.
Mario Kart
Yeah.
7.
I thought you were just discounting the Mario Party games.
Oh, no.
It's like they're up to
Well, it's
9.
Mario Kart. It's
They're
Mario
up to
Party
9.
9. Oh my.
Yeah.
That's
9
a series
Mario
that
Parties.
needs to just die.
I never have played a Mario Party game, and I never intend to.
Well,
to be
Gil,
honest.
it's a blast.
I've played 1, and that was 8.
All right.
Mario Party 4
But
is
I
the
did look
supreme one.
I did look a little bit into Borderlands 2, some of the feature sets they were talking about.
4-player co-op.
I do find it interesting that they're doing the 4-op co-op. The 4-player
well,
co-op.
yeah, that was the whole selling point of the first game. It was jump in, jump out, dynamic co-op, and it worked great. Like when you went into a game with your friend, your progress was saved when you jumped in. It was like what Fable 3 was supposed to be, but it actually
It
worked.
was like what Fable 1 was supposed to be. And then Fable 2 was supposed to be. And then Fable 3 was supposed to be.
Regardless,
Am I the only one here who liked Fable?
I loved Fable, but I did not love Peter Molyneux and all of his promises.
I think what's funny is we have now lost video feed from Gil and Matt.
They're just very, very
dude.
still. I like Gil's face.
Gil at least looks like he's
Gil
talking.
is so happy. He just looks so
Oh,
happy.
I don't have the stream loaded, so I'm gonna have to load the stream again.
Should we freeze too?
I don't have
Um,
the stream loaded.
All right. So and Matt's just like looking down.
I
Alright.
There I am.
loved Borderlands
This is like plumbers don't wear
myself.
ties right here. We just need a panda up in the corner.
Oh, dude.
All right. So it's gonna be awesome. They're gonna be showing the game off at Gamescom 2011 in Germany during between August 17th and August 21st. Lots of sites will be there. We're gonna obviously bring you guys the coverage, whichever way possible, because we're not flying out to Germany. We're not that big time. So
I would say it's not that we're not that
Yeah.
big. We just can't afford it.
yeah, well, yeah, we're GenGame.net. We're huge, man. We've been sourced by Joystick, Otaku, Engadget Espanol.
Engadget Espanol. Not
Yes.
the regular Engadget, but Engadget Espanol.
All right, so
Gadget
That is pretty big.
Espanol.
You're
I have to
underestimating
say,
the
I've never
website,
read
Gil.
Gadget Espanol.
It's a great read. It is a great read, especially when Google Chrome translates it. It throws off some of the words and the phrases just pop right at you. It's like broken English.
alrighty, so okay. Did anybody buy Portal 2 yet?
I
or
did
didn't?
not.
Yeah,
I did not.
I did.
Well, Kevin, we got some good news for you.
I know. I found this.
Yeah, $29.99.
$29.99.
That's
Dang!
Now that is not a weekly sale. That is not for this month. It's like Portal month. That's a permanent price slash.
You know what? That's crazy though. I mean, you don't see a price cut that early in a game's life cycle.
Especially in a game that's contender for Game of the Year.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, when I went and bought that game, I said, the price is going to drop and I'm going to regret that I bought it at retail price. And I sort of do, but I sort of don't.
I don't, because I got to play it like
I
3 hours
bought the
before the
game.
release date
Nice.
because of the potato sack.
I pre-ordered it for $45 before the game was released, and yeah, I don't feel bad.
I feel like though that's the game. That's a game though I will keep in my library and I will just go back and I'll play it again because it's a fun game. There's something really
is.
addictive about Portal that just makes you come back. Even if you're playing the same puzzles and same story, it's so well done that it's a good experience every time.
Within the first week of playing it, I actually played through it 3 times. Once for myself, once so my girlfriend can see it, and then a third time for the commentary.
Wow. You got your money's worth.
It's a lot.
Yeah, I have yet to play multiplayer because no one wants to play multiplayer with me.
Oh, I think one of us here should be able
Sorry,
to do that
Matt.
for you.
Not me. Oh.
I am a very terrible person to play co-op with.
I would hope not.
Especially for a puzzle game.
Matt, you got to put a portal there. No, not there. What are you doing? Oh, God. Damn it.
See, my plan when I get better and I can actually play Portal 2 is to take someone who's beat the game and I'm gonna be like, all right, look, you know what to do. I don't spoil it for me. Just let me direct and figure it out on my own, and in that way, the person doesn't have to worry about it. Just has to let me do what I'm doing, and we can both, go on our merry little way. And then after that, after I experience it and figure the puzzles out on my own, then we can play it normally, and he can add input.
Tell you what,
But,
Gil, you buy me a copy, and we can both start fresh. That way, it is a win-win for me.
Well, I haven't actually played the multiplayer yet, and that's a totally different story if I understand correctly.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, completely different.
Yet they're parallel.
Mm.
They're parallel stories. Kind of.
I wouldn't know. Don't look at me. I would not know. Do not want to dabble in this.
In a way, that actually kind of freaks me out because there are parts of the first Portal game and the second one, mostly the first Portal game, that I just found creepy, and that it was the absence of other people that made the game scary. And with Portal 2, it doesn't have that because you have Wheatley. So you have company, and so it doesn't have that same scary bit as the first one did, that same loneliness.
I just want to go ahead and point this out. We have a remote access system in here. That's probably the reason why all the video dropped, because Riggs logged into it and started doing voice to text, trying to get my attention. And he successfully got that.
What was he saying?
And then I shut it off on him.
What did he say? Riggs, why did you do that? Why did you break everything?
Yeah, that's what we call Riggs just trying to break everything.
Sabotage.
So that's the reason why our lovely panel here has turned into broken JPEGs. Or rather,
Well, at
very
least I
still
look happy.
JPEGs. Yeah,
Yeah, it's better than mine. I'm like, oh.
you're looking down.
Looking down, I'm like,
It looks like I'm being called I just discovered I did something shameful.
All
from the
righty.
ashes of sad Gil rises happy Gil.
Insanely
Alrighty,
happy, Gil.
moving on to some Nintendo news.
Yay!
Favorite company.
Yes, I think everybody here is a Nintendo fanboy. We don't even need to do the show hands. We know that.
I love Nintendo.
That's
so
what I-
much.
that's what I
Hand
thought it-
anyway,
that's what
but,
I thought it,
There's not really much of a point.
That's what I thought it was saying. Trevor, help me, Trevor. How could you do this to me, Trevor? And this is a Mac Mini underneath my desk that is screaming out for help through its little
I
speaker.
did not know what it was. For
Before
the
I
life of
logged
me, I had
in,
no
by
clue
the
what it was.
way.
Alrighty. So Nintendo launched a new site for the 25th anniversary of The Legend of Zelda, and it's pretty awesome. It is really awesome, actually.
Mm.
I've not had a chance to see it yet. I'll be honest.
Well, you should go check it out. It's
I took a quick look at it.
zelda.nintendo.com.
It was really nice.
They did a really good job with it, and I think what's funny is they did not acknowledge like any of the side games in the series, the CDI games, anything
They were
like
just
that.
like, these are the good
Link's
ones.
crossbow adventure.
Crossbow training wasn't even an adventure.
Oh, crossbow training. It wasn't even an adventure.
It was
that's
supposed
right.
to be an adventure, but that just didn't happen.
It was the cut Wii game.
Well, yeah, they really wanted to do a lot with it. But there's a lot of nifty wallpapers that they got on there, which is pretty cool. They have one from A Link to the Past. Hey, that's the poster I have on the wall. Yeah, that's the poster.
What?
Could
They
you
have
have just printed it at a large size?
They have a
Got the same
wallpaper of
thing?
one of the Club Nintendo posters. Then they have one
Huh.
from. It looks like they got a couple. They have a Skyward Sword, a Spirit Tracks, and a Wind Waker one. Which game is this from?
This looks like it's from an Oracle game or something.
Like just kind of lying down on his back, sleeping.
Speaking of Legend of Zelda, I actually got to meet Akira Sasanuma, who is the voice actor for Link in Brawl, Skyward Sword, and Twilight Princess.
Yes.
You got Happy Gill
Nice.
up. Nope, you had Happy
What?
Gill up. We have sad and depressed Matt up now. You're like the two split personalities here.
So that was that's pretty
Shameful
awesome.
Matt and Happy
Yeah.
Gil.
They balance each other out.
And we heard you got some merchandise signed.
Yes, I got for my personal effects, I got him to sign my copy of Twilight Princess, and I got him to sign 2 photographs of Link, one from Twilight Princess and one from Skyward Sword.
Very
And
cool.
for the site, actually.
So we'll probably be giving those away at some point. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe if you guys are
Yep.
cool enough.
Maybe.
Just maybe.
Guy was actually very neat. He was very energetic.
It's kind of
Alright.
ironic considering he has no lines.
Well, I mean, he has to be very energetic for those.
The sword slashes and the grunts
Falls.
and the falling and the swimming and the.
I want to
That's
know.
very
I want to
active.
know how they do the falling voice. Do they like
They
just
drop him.
Do they just push him off a ledge with a microphone attached to him?
I have no idea.
He does his own
I
stunts.
do know,
they dress him up too.
Looking at the thing, it was one of his only video game voice acting works. He mostly does an anime called Hitalia, and looking on his profile, this was the only video game that he did.
Normally, you see a lot of voice actors dabble within games and movies alike. Take a look at Mark Hamill.
Yeah. I know the guy that did Ocarina of Time's Link was in like I think 50 different anime projects
There you
on
go.
top of that.
All right. So in other Zelda news, tickets are now becoming available for the Zelda Symphony. If you live in
Oh.
Los Angeles or London, you can now get tickets, or you have been able to get tickets. If you
I
actually
hate those guys.
if you live in a close proximity of the area, you actually got a Club Nintendo email blast about it. And Kevin is sad, Kevin.
Two companies said
I-
Gil. Oh, it said Matt rather. Gil is ecstatic about this news.
Yeah.
I am actually I'm quite disappointed because
I'm mad too.
the symphonies aren't near here. So hopefully
Yeah.
they did say all regions. So hopefully soon it'll show up somewhere near me and I will be able to go because
you got that email?
I-
I didn't get that email. So you must have lied about your address. You must have put Hollywood, California or something. That's what I usually do.
I got the email.
Yeah.
I never got that one. I got the one about the launch party at Nintendo World for Ocarina of Time 3D, and everybody else on the Zelda Dungeon staff didn't get that email. So I don't know why. It's just kind of weird.
New York area.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You
I
know,
guess
remember
they,
that.
they do that. So if you want to check out the,
most space to
I would
send
say you got to check out the website.
Two
though.
sites.
It's really cool because they have actually some recordings of the symphony orchestra playing on the site, and it's high quality too. So you
It's
can
very
really,
good.
You could crank it
I
up
was-
and really soak it in. And
I was
just-
listening to
yeah,
that before, and it was just beautiful.
Yeah,
uh,
very
if
beautiful.
I could, I'd like to mention right now that the first Zelda site is not working for me. I've tried Safari, Google Chrome, and Firefox.
It's working. We have two
and-
computers here running Chrome, Internet Explorer, and Chrome Chrome Internet Explorer and Chrome, and they all work. So your
I
browser's
actually had to
Gil's
a
I had
pile
to
of
use
fail.
the link that we posted in our notes to get to it.
Yep.
Like if I typed it in, I wouldn't get it to work. But if I if I clicked on the link in our notes, that's when I got it to work.
All right, so I'm gonna
Clearly, we only have the only working copy of this website now.
Yes,
We
I'm gonna post the
control
link
it, and we
the
can
chat.
use it to our own advantage.
We can
We
hold
control
Nintendo
the-
hostage.
We control the stream. We control the audio. We control the video. Quad view. Okay, so moving on. Moving on to the final bit of Nintendo news that involves Nintendo themselves. They are adding 4 new Nintendo Selects titles very soon.
Nice.
Trevor, what's Nintendo Selects?
Those are those $20 Wii titles that don't suck.
Yeah.
Way to completely turn that on me.
Well, it's
So,
short, sweet, and to the point, and
yeah,
tells exactly what it
That's
is.
actually
Now,
exactly what it
these
is.
are the games that they're adding. They are adding Super Paper Mario, Mario Strikers Charged, Punch Out, and Super Mario Galaxy.
Galaxy.
Later
And those are
this
all
month.
games I've never played.
Wow, so you'll be able to really cash in on those. I played Super Paper
Yeah.
Mario. I didn't like it.
You can game on a budget now.
Yes, I can.
And Mario Strikers Charged was fun. Punch Out was okay. And Super Mario Galaxy is definitely going to be worth it in that bunch.
Oh, no, wait, no, I'm lying. I played Mario Strikers Charged.
What do you think of it?
I'm not much of a sports player, like in terms of playing the sports games, so it really didn't do too much for me, but I found it to be a lot more entertaining than a lot of the EA sports games.
It's Mario.
It's Mario, man. Come
Yeah.
on.
It's a me,
You can't- you can't-
Mario.
You can't go wrong with him. Mario's always entertaining.
He's playing tennis. He's playing golf.
He plays everything.
He plays all the sports.
He's the Barbie of video games, if you think about it.
Well, Barbie does have
Mario
video games, so you gotta be careful
Dreamhouse.
about that.
What?
That is true.
Well, you had Hotel Mario.
That is true.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Just don't go there, Kevin, because he already did.
I'm not going there.
He already did.
That's
hold
one
on, let's not
hotel you
forget
just
that
do not
Barbie
wanna check
also
into.
has a hideously long neck. So there's that to remember. So I think maybe not compare her to Mario.
I'm just saying, like, occupation-wise.
She was a plumber.
Complete sellout.
You know. Now that I think about it, I don't think Mario has much of a neck.
No, he
No,
doesn't.
he doesn't. He actually doesn't have a neck.
In a way, Mario is like the polar opposite of Barbie. He's male, he's short, he's pudgy, and he has no neck. Whereas Barbie is super tall, super skinny, like bony even, and has like an extra long neck. They're
I
like
think
two
we might need a
extremes.
crowbar to remove this face palm. Oh God. Kevin's stuck there. Hang on. We need some extra help there.
I'm just
There we
I'm
go.
just speculating here. That's all.
All right.
Look at what I started.
Moving on to the calendar. We've got some
I really smacked myself there. Got a red mark.
Jeez, Kev. You're a mess. You're an absolute mess, Kevin. Alrighty. We have some tournaments coming up this weekend. Coming up this weekend on August 13th, we have the Multiplayer Nation tournament. This is the Balls Out tournament. This is the PS3 variant. It's going to be a lot of fun, so be sure to check us out Saturday, 3:30 p.m. This is the spot you want to be on Twitch TV/GenGame or GenGame.net/live. And the following, actually, the next day, we have we're promoting a charity stream from LRA Start. They have done marathons in the past. They're usually pretty good about it.
This one's for the Music Saves Lives Foundation.
And
MusicSavesLives.org.
they're a very good foundation. I've donated to them in the past. And
Didn't know that.
yeah, I donated.
Kudos to you.
Yeah, I'm a good person.
I could tell. I'm not.
I donated. I donate like around $200 a year to charities.
Wow.
Yeah, so
I donate my time most of
Yeah.
the time. My time is very valuable.
I mean,
I do donate my time.
I mean, I have
It's not
to
that
get all the
valuable.
receipts and get them into the tax forms and everything. So that way the government knows I'm being very generous.
Generous, yes.
But
I don't know the game list yet. It's a little early for me to know. But
it's
John's
coming
running
up, yeah.
John's running a good thing there. They're playing through a lot.
Are they
6
doing a
days?
full-
6 days.
6
I think.
days?
6 day marathon.
wow.
We're gonna be popping in
Ooh,
back and forth.
oh,
I'm
really?
gonna play some Mario games with
Cool.
them. Well, not with them directly, but here.
Yes.
I'm gonna try and play as many Mario things as we can,
We'll be jumping in
just
from
to
time
one
to
up
time.
them. No, not really, but we'll be there in the chat and all that.
Yep. Even though they are on Ustream, gotta convince them to come over here.
We will.
I'm tired of the Spanish bounty ads.
In due time.
One day.
I've gotten car ads in Spanish too. It's kind of embarrassing. You quiero Ford Focus.
I heard one of those on one of the local radio stations, but
That's bad.
That's
not surprising though.
let's wrap this up here. As far as the Twitter folks here, Gil, where can people find you online besides GenGame.net?
I believe he's Mr. Puck.
On Twitter, I am Mr. Puck, MisterPuck.
Of course, Kevin is __ Hawkeye. It's kind of hard to forget that. Matt is not on Twitter.
No, I don't Twitter.
He doesn't Twitter.
He doesn't Twitter.
He doesn't Twitter. He doesn't Google. Do you Google Plus yet?
Yes, I do Google
All right,
Plus.
so
Wow.
you could find him on Google Plus then.
You can find me on Google Plus.
Shh.
All right,
Gil.
well, you can find Gilbert Warner on
Gil,
Google Plus.
quit smiling. Quit smiling.
Yeah.
Okay, haha, very funny. Stop having fun. You guys did this the first time my video froze, and I have to say I don't appreciate it.
It looks so great. I have a preview monitor right here, and I get to see everything kind of just boxed together, and the facial expression is just great.
And I love how the logo goes
His
over
mus-
his
he has a
smile,
mustache
too. It's a
of,
Gen Game smile mustache rather. He's got the Gen
Alrighty.
Game stash on the
If
Gen
you-
Gamecast.
If you want to follow me on Twitter, I am at the Mags on Twitter. You could also Google Plus me, Trevor Magnani. You could find me. I'm the guy standing next to the Triforce. Also, too, you can follow Gen Game on Twitter at Gen Game. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/Gen Game. Is there anything else?
Did
We
you
were on
say
YouTube.
Twitter?
We
Twitter.com
did Twitter.
/Gen Game.
We did Facebook.
YouTube.com /GenGameNet.
Yeah,
Gen Game was taken.
yeah.
We're very mad about that. We're
trying to-
working on that.
We're fighting for that account, but for now, we'll be at GenGameNet. And, of course, you could leave us a voicemail, 513-GenGame. Yes, we have that number.
It works.
It works.
It works. You hear Trevor's voice. Right? I
Impressive.
forget what you say.
Yeah.
You do say
You've
something.
reached the GenGame.net
Yes.
voicemail. Please leave us a message after the tone. And that's exactly what you'll hear, actually. And that's it. That's pretty much it, right?
That's all she wrote.
Yeah. So we will see you all next time. Of course, here we're gonna try to keep this weekly. We're good. This is 2
This
weeks
is
in a
good.
row.
We got. Don't we have? We did one. Oh no, that was last week. I am still messed
Yeah.
up from that trip.
The area code is 513 Gen Game. I don't even know where 513 is. We just kind of made a Google Voice account. We said we want Gen Game in there.
In like Madagascar or something like that. That's where they hold all the voicemails.
It's in the United States. That's all we know. It's in the
Okay.
U.S.
Okay. Alaska. Maybe. Hawaii.
Who knows?
We'll figure it out.
But
Yay,
On the
we're
next
American.
podcast, we'll figure out what the 513 area code is.
somebody in the chat figures this out real quick
More next.
before we get to the after show portion here. But thanks for joining us, and we'll of course see you next time on the Gen Gamecast.
See you later.
Bye.
Fucking